Game on.
I'm John from Gen X Grown Up, and lucky you, you're watching Glen's Retro Show.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on this little update video on Glen's Retro Show. I know I haven't posted a video in a while. I have had a lot going on as of late, but I wanted to give you a little update of what I've been kind of working on and what videos will be coming in the future. Obviously right here I have the new NBA Jam here from Arcade 1UP. I'll be doing a video on this soon, as well as Steven from the Tech Buzz and Cool Toy and I will try some of the multiplayer abilities of this device. I haven't taken out the box yet, haven't looked at it yet. It literally just came today. A couple things have come today, but we'll get to that in a minute. Another thing I've been kind of working on is I've had a 3D printer, an i3 Mega from Anycubic for about 2 years, and the machine has been, well, problematic at the beginning. I think I finally worked out all the issues I've had with it. Mostly with the bed. It seems to be warped, and I think I finally got that under control, because there's some things I've wanted to do for a while. And that's basically 3D printing. So right here I have basically it's a Coleco minicade that has been recreated. It's called the Pi Scorecade. And this took about 80 hours to print all the different parts of it. There's a different color here, printing off my friend Steve up in Canada. And instead of having to sacrifice, working units or broken machines they could possibly fix and keep stock, and I admit I've done that to quite a few myself, but I didn't have a choice before. But now that I have these cases here, get a little closer shot of it, these little guys here will satisfy me. So, we're doing more stuff with 3D printing as well for little projects like this. Another thing I'll be taking a look at is these really neat 8-bit DOE controllers. Everyone talks and raves about them, like Mad Little Pixel, he loves the little guys here. Now I got these really specifically because they're supposed to fit in these Pi Score cases, so I got to try and put that in there. But I'll also do a little review of that possibly in the future as well. Another thing that I got just the other day, as a matter of fact, now I already have a DreamCast. I have one, I got it launched, basically launch day, and I love it. I really wish this machine had survived longer than it did. It's a fantastic machine even to this day graphically, but I didn't want to mod that one. The laser works, everything works. I wanted to keep that one stock. Now I did get here, it's a SD card adapter. So you take out your laser and you replace it with an SD card. So this guy's going to be cleaned up. It's filthy. It's supposed to be working. I'm hoping it's working. I paid for it working. But I paid $50 for it, I think, shipped. But cosmetically it looks okay. It's just filthy. And maybe I'll even try doing some retro biting on it, because it is a little discolored at the top. And there's actually only one little divot here on the machine. But if it does work, and I can clean this guy up, and we can do a little review of the SD card for the DreamCast. That'll be coming up. Here's just another thing I've had for a while here. This also is something I 3D printed. My friend Eric had made these design about 2 years ago, and I got my printer, but I wasn't able to print it. Now this is for my Coleco ADAM. I have a video. I'll put a link down below. It's how you can, about 20 bucks tops, make a power supply this small versus having to have that whole big printer in there. Now this power switch is sticking out because it's not the switch I want to use. I generally use whatever I have around the house. You guys know that. So this came from an old ATX power supply. I'm going to get a nice switch to put in there. But this, again, I'll do a little review of Eric's little case here. And it came out really, really well. Another thing I'll be talking about, John here from Johnny Arcade actually makes these little switches here for your coins. And I'll do a video of this as well. So this is kind of neat. So you want to put your coins in on your Arcade 1UP or your games or any machine that you want. You wire this, it lights up, and you put your coins in. Now what's neat about it is that he actually has my logo on there, and that is pretty neat. So John, I want to thank you for that. I'll do a review of this thing soon as well. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the Kickstarter. Getting close to July, and we've been talking about trying to release it in July, and we still may make the mark. It may slip into August, just depends. But today, like the Arcade 1UP, something came in the mail from my partners, and it is the first production sample, it's not the final one, of the new Yoke here. So I got to test this guy out, make sure that the controls are working properly, that the analog mode works properly, that the mouse mode works properly. I'm very excited about the mouse mode. And right now you see there's a lot of wires coming out of the back. Again, this is a production sample, it's not the final version. But we have right here on this connector is the connector that will go into the actual arcade machine. So if you have the Star Wars arcade, this will go plug right in and work on the Star Wars arcade. You have the arcade 1-up Star Wars, well guess what? You plug these guys in, it's plug and play. This will go into your Star Wars arcade 1-up. And of course, for your PC, Pi, Mac, or anything that expects a USB mouse or analog joystick, that'll work as well. And we've got a couple of buttons on here. There's actually an on-off switch on here. So if we switch to different modes, you don't have to turn off your whole machine. You can just literally turn this machine off from back here. Then we have mode options back here for the joystick mode and other options. So again, this one just came as well today. If everything goes well, we start ramping up production. But I'm excited to try this out. Still weighs a lot. I think it's about 9 or 10 pounds. I mean, this thing is metal. And it's using the same type of technology we use in our spinner, which is a Hall effect type of device. But can't wait to try this little guy out. And we've already improved the design of it to look a lot more like the arcade machine. But again, something I'll be doing a review on and testing on in the coming days. So that's really it. I just wanted to let you guys know, yes, I'm still around. Negan did not slap me in the back of the head and bury me somewhere. I've just been really busy with work, family. I had a lot of things going on personally, which, again, I'm sure a lot of you guys have things going on as well. But those are some of the things I'll be talking about. 3D printing, the DreamCast, SD card, the buttons from John, and again, the Star Wars arcade yoke that I'm coming out with very soon, and of course, the arcade 1-up here. So I want to thank you for watching, and I do want to make a huge thank out to you who are watching the video right now, and all my fellow YouTube creators. After 5 years, 5 long years, Glen's Retro Show hit a milestone. We've just crossed a 6,000 subscriber milestone. For me, that's a lot. I know I'm not the most incredible YouTube creator out there. It's just something I do in my spare time, and I'm very thankful for you watching the video right now, all my subscribers, and my fellow YouTube creators who've always stood by me through the good times and the bad. So once again, thank you all for joining me today, and if you want to know more about the things I talked about today, please hit the subscribe button down below and hit the little bell notification icon, so when these videos do come out, you'll be able to see them as soon as they're posted. So I hope everyone's staying safe, keep washing your hands, and remember, no matter what you do or how you do it, game on.
Glen at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, Don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.